Hello students, good time to all. I am Chandan Kumar Pradhan. Welcome to the YouTube channel Chandan Physics. In this video, we are going to discuss torsion of a cylinder or wire. Let's begin. We consider a solid cylinder or wire. Wire is also a solid cylinder of length small l and radius small r, which is fixed at upper end and the lower end is applied a couple or we can say it as torque, so that it gets twisted by an angle, let phi. To that a figure. This one is a solid cylinder of length small l and one end of that of solid cylinder, let at upper end is fixed and lower end is applied to a couple or a torque. That's why that solid cylinder twisted at an angle phi. For our mathematical purpose, we take an elementary portion a couple or a torque is applied to the lower end of that of solid cylinder. We take that of elementary portion. What happens? Let we write when that of torque is applied, a twist of an angle phi is occurred. At that case, a restoring couple due to elasticity is developed within it, and at the position of equilibrium the twisting couple is balanced by the restoring couple. When a torque is applied, that cylinder rotates or twists to an angle phi. At that case, a restoring couple is restored due to the property of elasticity. But the position of equilibrium when we achieve, at that of case, the restoring couple is same to that of twisting couple. That's why the state of equilibrium is achieved. Now, that is a solid cylinder. That's why we can write the cylinder is assumed to be made up of large number of thin coaxial cylindrical coaxial cylindrical cells. Let we take one such elementary cell, that of radius x and thickness dx. We have to check the figure how we take that one. Look here, it will be an angle, twisting angle will be how much? Phi. This is O dash, this is O, the angle is phi. This point let it be B, that point let it be B dash. This distance will be x and the thickness will be dx. Point out this. This angle is theta. This one is an elementary cell. Now, the cross sectional view, we can here plot the cross sectional view, that is we take the elementary portion, let that one is the elementary portion. This is the point B, that is the point, sorry, this point is B, that point is B dash. this one is the elementary portion, b dash, and angle is phi. Here is o dash, and the thickness is dx, and the distance is x. Entire radius will be r. R be the radius of that of cylinder r. Now, one such elementary cell of radius x and thickness dx, the line AB on the surface of this cell has been rotated into the position AB dash. Here that is not AB, that is OB dash. This is the original position OB, O dash B, O dash B. After that is O dash B dash, change to that of position, such that B A B dash, the angle of, we can say that point is A. Here also we can write that is AB, that is AB dash. Again AB change to that of AB dash. Our writing is according to that scenario, AB change to AB dash, such that the angle of BAB dash is theta. That angle BAB dash is theta, which is the angle of shear, which is the angle of shear or we can say it as shear strain, angle of shear or shear strain. Therefore, here theta is equal to B dash divided by AB. This angle theta is equal to B dash divided by AB, that is arc divided by radius. If that angle be theta, this one is L, that one is R, then theta is equal to L by R, arc length divided by radius. That's why theta is equal to B dash divided by AB, which implies B dash is equal to theta into AB, which implies B dash is equal to AB is equal to L, that is L theta. Let equation 1, BB is equal to L theta, where AB is equal to L, that is the length of that of wire or solid cylinder. Let phi be the angle of twist, then phi is equal to B dash divided by OB, which implies here phi B dash divided by OB, or we can say O dash B dash. Sorry, that is O dash B. O dash B. That's why B dash is equal to phi into O dash B, which implies B dash is equal to x, O dash B is equal to x into phi, where O dash B is equal to x. Let equation number 2. B dash is equal to L theta, B dash equal to x phi. Equating equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, we have L theta is equal to x phi, which implies theta is equal to x phi divided by L. At equation 3. So the angle of shear will have maximum value when x is equal to r, that is theta is equal to x phi divided by L. It will be maximum when x is equal to r at the outermost part of the cylinder. At the outermost part of the cylinder. Look the figure. This is the radius r. When the shear, that is theta, is maximum, theta will be maximum when x is equal to r, that is x changes to r. At that case, the value of shear, that is angle theta, is maximum. We use simple that concept. So the angle of shear will be maximum when that value x is equal to r. If F be the tangential force acting on the face area of the cell, then the tangential stress is equal to force by area, force divided by area is equal to force F, area that is the circumference into thickness, that is 2 pi x into dx with the area. F by 2 pi x dx is the stress. Therefore, the rigidity modulus of the material of cylinder is given by eta is equal to tangential stress to that of shearing strain, stress by strain, which implies eta is equal to tangential stress F divided by 2 pi x dx. This is the stress divided by strain, shearing strain is theta, which implies F is equal to 2 pi eta theta x dx. which implies use the value of x here, sorry theta, use the value of theta x phi divided by L, which implies f is equal to 2 pi eta x phi by L, x phi by L x dx. As we know, theta is equal to x phi by L, which implies f is equal to 2 pi eta phi divided by L x square dx. That equation number 5. Then the moment of inertia, then the moment of this force, moment of the force, not moment of inertia, that is moment of the force of this force about the axis O dash of the cylinder is given by, since we consider that elementary portion, that's why that is moment of this force, we can say it as the torque, that is force into perpendicular distance, that is the x. F x is equal to, simple multiply x, 2 pi eta theta divided by L x cube dx. Therefore the entire, that is twisting couple, the twisting couple on the whole cylinder is given by tau is equal to integration from 0 to r, that is the maximum case, x change from 0 to r, 2 pi eta theta divided by L x cube dx. Here the change is only x, which implies tau is equal to 2 pi eta theta divided by L as constant to that of outside, x cube dx, that is x fourth divided by 4 from 0 to r. Putting its limit, solve it, tau is equal to 2 4 2 to cancel out, that is pi eta not theta term will be there, will be here, not theta, that is phi, here the term is phi. In place of theta we implement, that is 2 pi eta phi, this one is the phi, this one is the phi, 2 pi eta r to the power 4th divided by 2L into phi. Equation number 6. So the twisting couple for unit twist, so the twisting couple per unit twist of cylinder, or we can say it the wear, is given by tau is equal to C phi. C is the twisting couple per unit twist, or we can say that is C is equal to pi eta r to the power 4th divided by 2L. C is the twisting couple for unit twist of that of solid cylinder. It is the equation number 7. Again, this all about the solid cylinder, but when you consider the hollow cylinder, in case of hollow cylinder, consider what happened. Case of hollow cylinder, if we consider a hollow cylinder of length, let it be L, internal radius R1 and external radius at R2, then the twisting couple on the hollow cylinder of the hollow cylinder is obtained by integrating 2 pi eta phi divided by L x cube dx from x is equal to R1 to x equal to R2. That is, this factor will be integrated from limit from this, therefore tau will be integration over 2 pi eta phi divided L x cube dx from R1 to R2, which implies tau is equal to constant to that of outside 2 pi eta phi divided by L, that is x fourth divided by 4 from R1 to R2. Therefore, tau is equal to outside, that is pi eta that is R2 to the power 4th minus R1 to the power 4th divided by 2L into phi. Similarly, this is for twisting couple, then twisting couple per unit twist, so that couple per unit twist. How much for that of unit twist? Let C dash is equal to pi eta R2 to the power 4th R1 to the power 4th divided by 2L. That equation number 8 and equation number 9. Now we find out, that is torsion of a cylinder or wire, that is a solid cylinder. Tau, that is the twisting couple of the whole cylinder, then twisting couple per unit twist of that of solid cylinder. Case of hollow cylinder we found tau and twisting couple per unit twist C dash is equal to this. Here and a question always asked, explain a hollow shaft is stronger than a solid one of same mass. How we can prove it? A hollow shaft is stronger than a solid one that of same mass. We can easily prove it by using the concept of twisting couple per unit twist. First we calculate what is the twisting couple per unit twist of hollow one and solid one and compare it, and finally we explain that question. So we consider two cylinders of same material having same mass and length. Now for solid cylinder, twisting couple per unit twist is C is equal to pi eta r to the power 4th divided by 12. That is equation 1. Again for hollow cylinder, C dash, that is twisting couple per unit twist, is pi eta divided by 12 r2 to the power 4th minus r1 to the power 4th. That is equation number 2. Then we compare these two, then we write C dash divided by C is equal to r2 to the power 4th minus r1 to the power 4th divided by r to the power 4th. All these are cancelled with each other. That's why r2 square minus r2 square divided by r to the power 4th, or C dash by C is equal to r2 square plus r1 square, r2 square minus r1 square divided by r to the power 4th. R to the power 4th we can r2 into r2. That is equation number 3. Since masses of two shafts are equal, then we know volume density is equal to mass by volume. That's why mass is equal to volume into density, which implies we use that concept, that is density of these two materials are same. That's why pi r square L rho, this is the mass of solid one. Then mass of hollow, pi r2 square minus r1 square rho into L, which implies r square is equal to r2 square minus r1 square. Since all terms are cancelled, only this term exists. Equation number 4. Using equation 4 in equation 3, using equation 4 in equation 3, we get C dash by C is equal to r2 square plus r1 square, r2 square plus r1 square. Again r2 square minus r1 square, in place of r2 square minus r1 square, that is r square whole into r2 square plus r1 square divided by r2 square into r2 square. 1 r2 square cancel out. Here exists only one r2 square, which implies c dash by c is equal to r2 square plus r1 square divided by r2 square minus r1 square that is nearly equal to c dash by c is greater than 1. This factor minus of that factor, that is nearly equal to this portion always greater than 1, since that quantity is positive in the sense this one is always greater than 1, which implies we can say c dash is greater than c. C dash is greater than c. C dash is twisting couple of unit twist, twisting couple for unit twist of hollow cylinder. C is the twisting couple per unit twist of solid cylinder. That's why the physical meaning is that the torque to twist, a hollow cylinder is greater than that to twist a solid cylinder of same mass length and density. So greater energy is stored, in hollow cylinder, that is hollow shaft is stronger, than that of solid one. So with this explanation we can easily understand how the hollow shaft is stronger than that of solid one. We compare its twisting couple per unit twist and finally found c dash is greater than c. That indicates the twisting couple of that of hollow cylinder, twisting couple per unit twist is more that of solid cylinder. For this concept we can easily describe the greater energy is stored to that of hollow cylinder. That's why hollow shaft is stronger than that of solid shaft. So with this useful and informative notes, let me wind up this session. Thank you.